He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. Perhaps one did not want to be loved so much as to be understood. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Every generation imagines itself to be more intelligent than the one that went before it, and wiser than the one that comes after it. If you want to keep a secret, you must also hide it from yourself. The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face, forever. Political language is designed to make lies sound truthful and murder respectable, and to give an appearance of solidity to pure wind. We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness. But if thought corrupts language, language can also corrupt thought. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Doublethink means the power of holding two contradictory beliefs in one's mind simultaneously, and accepting both of them. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. Until they became conscious they will never rebel, and until after they have rebelled they cannot become conscious. If you loved someone, you loved him, and when you had nothing else to give, you still gave him love. Power is in tearing human minds to pieces and putting them together again in new shapes of your own choosing. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words. The choice for mankind lies between freedom and happiness, and for the great bulk of mankind, happiness is better. People sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. I enjoy talking to you. Your mind appeals to me. It resembles my own mind except that you happen to be insane. On the whole, human beings want to be good, but not too good, and not quite all the time. Reality exists in the human mind, and nowhere else. Orthodoxy means not thinking, not needing to think. Orthodoxy is unconsciousness. Journalism is printing what someone else does not want printed, everything else is public relations. We do not merely destroy our enemies, we change them. Men can only be happy when they do not assume that the object of life is happiness. Confession is not betrayal. What you say or do doesn't matter, only feelings matter. If they could make me stop loving you, that would be the real betrayal. He wears a mask, and his face grows to fit it. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution, one makes the revolution in order to establish the dictatorship. Several of them would have protested if they could have found the right arguments. There was truth and there was untruth, and if you clung to the truth even against the whole world, you were not mad. There are some ideas so absurd that only an intellectual could believe them. Your worst enemy, he reflected, was your nervous system. At any moment the tension inside you was liable to translate itself into some visible symptom. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. The further a society drifts from truth, the more it will hate those who speak it. This work was strictly voluntary, but any animal who absented himself from it would have his rations reduced by half. People cannot write well, they cannot think well, and if they cannot think well, others will do their thinking for them. If you kept the small rules, you could break the big ones. If you can feel that staying human is worthwhile, even when it can't have any result whatever, you've beaten them. We are all capable of believing things which we know to be untrue, and then, when we are finally proved wrong, impudently twisting the facts so as to show that we were right. During times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. If there really is such a thing as turning in one's grave, Shakespeare must get a lot of exercise. Man is the only real enemy we have. Remove man from the scene, and the root cause of hunger and overwork is abolished forever. Progress is not an illusion, it happens, but it is slow and invariably disappointing.